Okay, all right. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Calm down. It'll be on at the end, darling. It'll be on at the end. Thank you for tuning in. Please share, subscribe, click. I'm begging. I'm begging. Don't make me beg. I feel so poor begging. I do. I never understood how people be begging. I know some beggars. I'm talking about some beggars. I'm talking about so you got a dollar, like you still need a dollar in 2025? Let me get away from y'all. Anyway, so I was bored looking around, all this different news coming out. Cardi B announced that she's pregnant, which we already knew, and the whole thing with Charlie Kirk and Tyler Robinson and the whole MAGA thing, and how they trying to pull us black people in. You know what? Before I start, just thinking about that, right? Before I start, I am going to play this, and I want y'all to listen to
Why are
this.
y'all so angry? You have the White House, you have both houses of Congress, you have a Supreme Court that is completely obedient to your president. They're willing to give him unlimited power. They're willing to say that he can take SEAL Team 6 and kill anybody he wants. They were willing to affirm that. They're willing to say that ICE can racially profile anybody they want. The United States Supreme Court has said you can racially profile Latinos based on their accent or the way they look. You guys have everything you want. You have legal racial profiling. You've ended DEI. You've ended affirmative action. You get all the best jobs, even if you're not qualified. You can be a Fox Weekend host and be the Defense Department Secretary of Defense. You can be Cash Patel and be a podcaster who wants to go to Valhalla and run the FBI as long as you're conservative. You have everything. Why are y'all so angry? What the fuck are you angry about? You've banned all of our books. You've banned Black history. You banned the 1619 Project. You don't have to compete with women for jobs. You've chased them out of the military. You've chased them out of the senior positions in the Department of Defense. You've gotten rid of all the Black history in the museums. Museums are terrified. I have contacts that I'm talking to inside of the Interior Department, people who are running all of those spaces where you can go and see a Civil War memorial or something. The people who work in these places are terrified. They're afraid to tell the real history. The people who are working for the federal government are afraid to say the word Black. You guys have canceled Black scholarships. You're damn near, I guess, ready to get rid of HBCUs. Donald Trump just recently said they're not going to fund any minority serving institution. Y'all have gotten rid of that. You've gotten rid of help for Black kids to go to college. What more do you want? What are you so angry about? I go every so often, I go and lurk and look on X Twitter. Y'all are the maddest people ever. Y'all are so angry for people who have everything. Y'all said you want your country back. You have it. The rest of us are sitting back and trying to keep our peace and preserve our peace while you all are running the country. If the airlines are crashing, that's you. That's the people you wanted to run the United States government. The FBI, y'all are laughing at them on X Twitter and saying that they look ridiculous. That's your FBI. They purged the people who made the FBI what it was. It's not what you wanted. You have your podcasters running the FBI. You have your friend from the real world running the Department of Transportation. That's what you wanted. There's no longer a gay guy there. The gay guy's gone. The gay guy's at home with his kid and his husband. He's not in charge anymore. The Department of Justice is what you wanted. It's your Justice Department that won't release the Epstein files. If you're mad about the Epstein files, you shouldn't be mad at me and the left. You need to be mad at Donald Trump. You all have the country. You run every red state like it's already Project 2025. You won't let women have abortions in Texas. They're literally dying of sepsis. That's what you wanted. You wanted women to have only 6 weeks to get an abortion in Georgia. You got it. You wanted Texas to be a petri dish and a laboratory for every right-wing, anti-black, anti-gay, anti-trans idea. And you also got rid of vaccines. Every child in Florida is now going to go to school with kids who could give them measles, mumps, and rubella and COVID. That's what y'all wanted. You now have a paradise in Florida where you can get sick, cough on people, let them die of whatever disease you're carrying. It's almost like you've got the pilgrims again that can come and cough on all the natives and take them out. That's what you wanted. You got it. You wanted Florida to be that. It's that. You wanted the United States to be Florida. It's that. But yet you all are still so angry. I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand it. I don't mean to rant and rave, but I am genuinely trying to get to the bottom of what you all are so angry about. And I think I have a suspicion and I have a guess. What you all are angry about is that while you have gotten everything you wanted on the right, we on the other side won't give you love for it. We won't respect you for it. We won't hail you for it. We won't respect you and say, hey, we want to, have you at the Oscars. We want to fet you. We want to make you guys, we want to wrap our arms around you. You want us to embrace you. You don't just want to run us and tell us what to do and tell us what to think and tell us what to read and tell us what history we can have. You don't just want to tell us what to do. You want us to embrace you. What you really want is to sit at our table. You're mad because while you are running the country into the ground, you're destroying your own farmers with tariffs. You're destroying your own farmers by taking away their subsidies that used to go with USA. You got what you wanted. They've ended the farm subsidies. These are the things y'all asked for. You got your big, beautiful budget. That's what you wanted. Trump gave it right to you. You got your permanent tax cut. You're still pissed because the left, the other side, the majority, we still cannot stand you. We cannot stand Christian nationalism. We don't want it. And because we will not say we want your Christian nationalism, we embrace your Christian nationalism. We like your Christian nationalism. We like you. Because we won't do that, that's why you're still mad. But guess what we're going to keep on doing? We're going to keep on being moisturized and unbothered, and we're still not going to like it. We're never going to like Christian nationalism. We're never going to accept it. We're never going to be down with it. And our squad is bigger than your squad at the end of the day. We have the Boricuas. We got the Mexican Americans. They done woke up. They said, "Whoo, Lord, let's go ahead and go with these folks." We got the spicy whites. The spicy white folk are with us. They're with us. Right? We got the Asian Americans who've woken up and said, "Whoa, we better be with them." Right? Chinese Americans, they see you. Japanese Americans are like, "You're going to do internment again? We see you."
South Koreans.
South Koreans are like, "Ooh, we see you. Y'all gonna kick the South Koreans out. Now you're going to cry because Georgia's going to have a worse economy because you're not going to get to have the South Koreans teaching y'all to have those high-tech jobs." South Koreans are like, "Oh, well, sure hate it." Africa's like, "We're just going to do business with each other. We got bricks. We don't need y'all." Tourists are like, "We don't need y'all." The African Americans, the Caribbean Americans are getting together and said, "Yo, why are we fighting each other?" Caribbean Americans are like, "Yo, we were y'all. We invented hip hop together. Let's go off." And you're mad at us because we do not want to be with you. This America you want, that's yours, y'all. You keep it. We don't want it.
So yeah, I love Joy Reid. Yeah, so she has you could catch her on YouTube. She has a TikTok, I believe. But yeah, she's on YouTube, so yeah, I could catch her on YouTube. So anyway, so I was bored and I saw a whole bunch of shenanigans going on about this whole Damon Dash thing. Now, mind you guys, I haven't watched the whole interview, and to be honest with you, can I tell you why? Okay. Now, don't judge me. You know what? Y'all can judge me. I don't even care. So, oh God. So the reason why I haven't watched The Breakfast Club is because, like, I really just don't even want to give them the rating, right? Because, I mean, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? They're just holding on by a lifeline. I'm just really not into it. And I think it's, you know how when you have a perception of something and then like your vision gets clear and then you see it in a totally different way. Kind of like for some people after that whole Kendrick and Drake thing, even though they're saying, "Oh well, Drake numbers are going back up and Kendrick numbers are going down," and blah 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 blah. For those who understand what I'm saying, they don't look at Drake the same. You know what I'm saying? It might be the way that he handled it. It might have been some things that he said during the beef that they pulled that they just found like, you know what, I just can't. And so like their vision is different, right? That veil of ignorance that, like when DMX came out and was like, "Oh, I can't stand nothing about this dude." It kind of maybe gives you that in a sense where it's just like I can see what he was talking about, and that's why I can't really rock with him no more. I know for me, I can't listen to Drake how I used to listen to. I have actually I can't even tell you the last Drake song. Whenever I see something about Drake, I just automatically just turn it because I already know. I don't care what he's talking about. Like, you have been exposed to who you are, and I don't really, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's different when you don't know the person and they just kind of, like with Beyonce, right? We don't know how many of the songs that she write are really, really personal. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's some songs she give us clues to, but overall, we just feel like every song that she sing is about her and Jay-Z. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? But like, what if only like 5% come from her real experience, and then others are just, you know what I'm saying? But in real life, we just thinking like, oh, girl, everything that you think about. Well, now we know, that it. But see, we really don't even know, and that's my point, right? So yeah. So let me go ahead on and get this going on. So look. So I'm about to pull up the Damon Dashley link, right? So if you just listening to me, just listen. If you watching, then watch. Um, so let's see here. So as we scroll on down, let me get rid of him because he went on this whole freak thing. That man really trying to get his bag. All right, let me see if I can close this. Okay, there go Damon Dash. He still looks nice for his age. I'm not sure how old he is, and I really don't even care to go. Yeah, let me see how old Damon Dash is. I'm about to let me see how old Mr. Damon Dash is. How old is Damon Dash? All right, so Mr. Damon Dash was born May 3rd, 1971. So he's 54, and he was born in New York City. Never really cared, but yeah, okay. So anyway, so let's scroll on down and see what Bossip is talking about. I remember when Bossip was like it. Every morning, I used to just make sure that I had to look at Bossip. I mean, this was years and years ago. Oh, they reporting from the shade room. You know, somebody made a very valid point. Who was that? Woody. Woody? Yeah, from the YSL case when he was saying that the shade room they never publicly posted or they didn't post anything about the YSL thing with the snitching and Gunna with the video and all that stuff. I don't know how true it is because I don't follow the shade room. I know that sounds weird, but whatever. So they saying that it was a whole bunch of hoopla and shenanigans going on after that Breakfast Club interview. And I've seen clips floating around, but like I said, I just won't give them the full hour and whatever, however long it was. So they're saying the Revolt CEO confirms Dame Dash is not the chairman of the company. There is no acquisition path on the table. Mm. Now that's interesting. So, so the comments basically say that he sent the email saying, "Hey team, I know some of you might have caught the Dame Dash interview on the Breakfast Club today. To set the record straight, and then he just went through and gave Dame Dash his props because he knew that this was gonna come out. So he's gonna make sure he give him his props, but there is no signed deal. He didn't say there was no deal. He said there is no signed deal, which means that they probably pulled it because he was talking too much too fast. He let Charlemagne get under him. Sometimes I've always been told you don't say nothing to the ink dry. You get what I'm saying? Like you don't say nothing to the ink dry. I'm talking about you walking in there like, hey, hey, oh yeah, I closed that yesterday. Um, so yeah, so they're saying if anything that major were to happen, you would hear it directly from me. His staff must have been pissed at him, like, how dare you say that this, that, and okay. So yeah, so this came from the Revolt CEOs, Devon what Davo, the Tavo, Samuels, whatever. I bet he thought his name was cute back in the day. His mama name been like, oh, like woman name be like the Tavion or some shit. Anyway, so this is him. This is Mr. Samuels. So okay, okay. Comfortable in the chaos, calculated in the climb, confident I'll win even when the odds are stacked against me. Life ain't just about riding waves; it's about making them, especially when the tide's against you. Mm, I guess. Uh, okay. Well, ladies, he looks single. Men, he looks more single. Oh, let's see what other pictures he got on here. Let me see if it let me go through here. Okay. Mm. Oh, well, I could have said that's white. All right. So this is the interview. Like I said, if y'all want to go and take a look at it, but I'm not really sure how Breakfast Club is with their copywriting and stuff like that. And I don't want to even just give them a click. So Lauren LaRosa, I love her. She's adorable. I do. I love her. And I love Jess Hilarious too. I mean, I love them both. I remember I went and saw Jess when she performed in Mississippi. I can't recall who the other acts were. I think she was the last one. Yeah, I think she was the closing act. Oh, yeah, she was the closing act. But yeah, I went out and saw her. This was years ago. But yeah, I love them both. As far as the other two, it's just, I'm one of those types of people that I don't know you personally. However, it's just the charges against Charlemagne and all that legal stuff he still got going on with that girl down there in Carolina. think South Carolina or something like that. And then with and Envy, it's just, if you just look, I don't know, it's just something about him that I just don't really rub with. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a woman, um, with certain uh ways of detect, when you just uh I don't know, it's just something about him that just don't settle right with my spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember he was talking about how he and his wife they met and just kind of going through their relationship and all this, and he was offer to that girl. You get what I'm saying? And she didn't really seem like she had too much of a high self esteem. Anyway, but my discernment for both of them is just real. Like, no, like, no. I don't care how much money you get, how much you try to polish yourself up. It is what it is. Like, it is what it is. So yeah, so Lauren, so Miss Lauren, she said that she spoke with a lead publicist at Revolt, and they confirmed that Dame Dash is not the chairman of the network. Okay, so she's confirming that. Da da da. She's confirming. Here goes the bullshit. I'm the chairman for the month. If I acquire, I will be official chairman. Please stop playing with words. Just take the L. Okay, so this must have been from Dame Dash in response. Yeah, that was from Dame Dash in response. Chairman for the month. Is that what we doing? They share chairmanships? I didn't know that. Listen, I don't have that money like that, so okay. All right, so let's see here. Who else going on? I really don't even care about Young Thugger and all that's going on, because it is what it is. He shouldn't have been on that phone talking like that, and he shouldn't have been up there gaslighting. You get what I'm saying? But that's why you got to keep your circles. You got to keep your circle small, because people be sitting up here, oh, they snitching all this, all that, and the main one doing all that be the main one with the BS, be the main one. All right, let me go and accept this. And what is all of this? Let me close this out. All right. So let me scroll on down and see. Hey, Miss Carter. All right, let me close that up out of there. So let's see what Beyonce got going on. I think. Oh yeah, I had talked about this on in another video, but so yeah. So Jay Z had his star-studded gala. They say the people was there. You know, and they go Beyonce and Jay Z and Ivanka. You know what? You know how when you know that the next day not gonna be good. Because at the end of the day, Beyonce, if you go back to that song where she was like, bring me to the meet and just bring me, and I know it's gonna work. You get what I'm saying? Like she just know, like, which they were at one time a perfect pair, right? But with all the stuff that happened with Jay Z, whether it was true or not, you get what I'm saying? Like how they were saying, oh, Jay Z's lawyer, they were gonna make an agreement, and she was supposed to drop the charges, and with prejudice, so it couldn't get brought back up. But as soon as she did that, then they reneged on the deal and was like, well, no, we're not gonna do the deal, and you can't refile because you done already said, so they got screwed. So that had came out right after whatever. So people still have their ideas of whether or not that was true or not, because it was like, well, why would your attorney say, well, if you were there, then XYZ? It's like, hold on, now either you not there or you there. But you can't sit up here and say, well, he was never there, but ask a question as, and if he was there, then no. If I wasn't there, ain't no if I was there. I wasn't there. But anyway, so as you can see, you see Jay Z's over there in the corner with the dreads, with the Bosky dreads. And then you see B, who is just going to go along with whatever he says, because, at the end of the day, if you know, you know, she gonna go along with whatever he says. Ride or die. That's why they trying to get up out this country, because she already know this right here will be taking a hit. This will take a hit to her because the people gonna want to know. Oh, so let's see what the girl gave us. Oh, okay. All right, let's see here. Click on over. All right, still looking young. Airbrush Au natural. Hey, Freckles. Oh, that is absolutely fabulous. Look at that money. Look at that money. I wonder how many kids in the Congo. Mm. I love it though. I absolutely love it. I love it. Let's look at them shoes. Okay. All right. All right. Because sis got too much money for them toes to be hanging over. All right. Let's see here. Let's see what the. Okay. All right, Miss Carter. I love it. Birthday look. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Forever, I'm that girl. Feed you diamonds and pearls. Ooh, baby. Girl, where you going? You on the run? Is this a hint? We on the run part three? What we doing? I love this. She just seems like I'm glad that she seems like she's really enjoying life. Cause I remember that be in that docu series she did, or the documentary. She was like, that what was it? Life was but a dream, and she was just like, she really needed to take the time off because, you go to all these different countries, but you're not like really experiencing it. You're just there. You're in Paris 2 days, and you're in Germany a day, and then you're in London a day, and then you've been all these places, but you haven't experienced these places. Did you get to go see Big Ben? Did you go and see Windsor? Did you go and eat a broth? Or did you actually go and enjoy the culture? You get what I'm saying? I want to stop saying culture. Somebody made a good point. Culture ain't nothing but um a cult. But whatever. Anyway, well, somebody said they almost had a meltdown when someone walked out with Morgan Wallen. Who is Morgan Wallen? I don't know who that is. I don't care to look either. Well, well, well. Any comments? That's another post somebody made. Beyonce and Jay Z last night in Atlantic City. There go Kushner and there go Vanka. And look like she looking over at Vanka and smiling. She always been one, not surprised. Oh, well, okay, cute picture. Okay, girl, cute picture, cute picture. I love this picture right here now. She doesn't. I love Beyonce. You can't get me to hate Beyonce. I'm sorry. Now, supporting, and do you get what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I think that anything that she would be doing is gonna be pushed by that husband of hers. And I personally feel, fact, this is my opinion. I personally feel like he just in so much deep ties with these people. You get what I'm saying? Which is why your boy Dash didn't really mess with. Remember when he said he slapped the boy down, Harvey Weinstein? You get what I'm saying? You got some that'll slap the oppressor, and some that's gonna praise the oppressor. The one that praised the oppressor, that's the one that end up in the end wishing he would have just went on and slapped the oppressor. Because all those goals and riches, it don't mean nothing when you stuck in a position where you have to fall in line. You gotta fall in line because they already showed you it ain't nothing to hurt somebody. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. My bad. All right, let's see here. What did Bonka had on? That's her dress, silver, I guess. Mm. Anyway, let's see here. Somebody said context matters. That's true. So this is a reform casino night and gala. And so they basically saying this was a gala. The event was hosted by Reform Alliance co-chairs and founding partners Mike Rubio, Meek Mills, and Sean Jay-Z Carter, with comedian heavyweight Kevin Hart, Mike in the event. Guests arrived to get glasses. Well, they got that cut off. Let's see here. 100% of the $20 million generated will support initiatives such as changing unjust laws at the state and federal levels, expanding grassroots operation into more states, hosting job fairs and programs to help people on supervision, transactions into employment and backing community-based organizations that provide critical reentry. It sounds like he gonna make it. They gonna put money grassroots level, create a culture that's pushing for these changes, and then they just gonna out with the old, in with the new. Wow. You know what? As you get older, you just start seeing the bullshit with people. You get what I'm saying? And it's like you still wonder, like, how do people still be falling for this shit? I'm talking about, like, how? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, even with what Joy Reid was saying, white people, if you're listening, what are you mad about? What really are you mad about? And if you are mad about something, who is in charge of what you're mad about? And if it's a Republican, then what you talking to a Democrat for? I'm not a Democrat nor am I a Republican. I personally don't believe in the politics because I feel like anything that makes you feel like you need to hurt, harm, or get your blood pressure above normal temperature, I am out of it. I'm not about to argue with anyone, and I'm talking about in real life. Like, I'm not about to go back and forth with anyone. Like, I will analyze the situation and say, is this really worth it? Right? So I'm not gonna go back and forth about something that's not worth it. You know, maybe in my younger years, but I was always brought up with the sense to have sense, right? So if it doesn't make sense to have an argument about it, then what am I gonna do? It's kind of like a relationship. I'm gonna analyze whether or not I'm gonna argue with you about it because I'm already gonna have. And I know some people say, "Well, no, you can't do." No, no, no. Listen, if we're gonna argue, it's gonna have a point to the end of it. It ain't gonna be just for the fucks of it all. Excuse me. It ain't just gonna be for the shenanigans of it all. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. Are we gonna? Are we just not gonna? You get what I'm saying? Ugh, people just don't. I just don't understand. Like, what are you mad for? You lost your welfare. What they got to do with black people? If you're saying that they was giving it to them, who the hell is they? Talk to they. Who is they and talk to them? Because they are the ones who took your welfare. They can't be black people took your welfare if black people want you saying there was the succubus from the. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, I digress. All right, so let's see here. So yeah, so that's more them. Let's see here. Watch they justify this. Okay, so we're gonna we will see. They're already justifying it. They're saying that it was for the gala. And maybe the seating chart. And that's another thing too. Why would you want to be seated at the same table? But you had to be seated at the same table because why would they not be seated at the same table? Because if you don't sit at the same table, then it's gonna look like a shine. You get what I'm saying? Oh, they didn't want to sit with you. Oh, you get what I'm saying? And now you done rubbed the wrong shoulder. So you care more about what the shoulder look like than what your people think. Okay, gotcha. I wonder what they would. You know what? I wonder what they had on the menu. Cause I don't see nothing. See, class solidarity, and that's always what it is. I wonder what they had on the menu. You get what I'm saying? Because you don't want anything that's messy. Like I know damn well they ain't had no burger, right? But I still don't want just no little old. Well, you know what? I would take like a little tuna tartare, maybe a little salad. You know how to get a little salad, like 3 pieces of lettuce, half of a mini tomato, something like that. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. Well, you just like, was that an appetizer? They was like, oh no, that was the course. Oh, okay. How many courses is it? Because it better be about 7 or 8. Because with y'all, anyway, yeah, people be spending money for nothing. Okay, so here we go. The MAGA Princess, the life of a Republican girl. I guess. She's still just beautiful, though. I mean, you can't take that away. And look at him. Freak. Anyway, let's see here. Still have them down there chilling. Will the guilty by association people react to this too, or or is it only reserved for Taylor? Mm. Let's see what this monkey gonna do. I don't even want to click on it because it's X. They probably gonna want me to go over there, and I ain't got time. I don't even want them to even think I was even attempting to go there. All right, so we got more pictures of that. Mm, That's Juvie. I don't care. Hear nothing about Juvie. Y'all hear what's that? OG murder. He just be going off on Juvie. Absolutely crazy. All right, let's see here. What else we got? Is there anything else I want to talk about? I think that's mainly it. The actors refused the COVID vaccine and end up paying for it. I don't even want to hear about that because that don't even sound like I care. Yeah, of course, Trump didn't attend the assassination. Uh, the what was yeah. Oh, excuse me. Trump fails to unite the country following Kirk's assassination. Delivers despicable speech from the Oval Office. What are you surprised? Are you surprised? Are you surprised? All right. Let's see what else we got. So yeah, that's mainly it. So I don't really see anything else that's worth talking about. Oh man, let me tell y'all something. Why is y'all cousins, sister, brother out here just acting a fool again? And I mean this in of the weirdest way. Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon. He is claiming having 12 kids was a traumatic response. Uh-huh. So let's see the Breakfast Club say traumatic responses can show up in people's lives in many ways. Nick Cannon shares that having 12 kids wasn't intentional. It was just whatever happens, happens. That's very irresponsible in so many. Come on now. Now if that was a woman said that, men would be like, "Whoa, look at," but because it's a man, oh well, he was going through some things. What they say, Nick Cannon opens up about learning he has narcissistic personality disorder and how the diagnosis helped him become a better parent. Oh, he just found out he was a narcissist. Oh, isn't that interesting? Aren't they the last ones to know? Aren't they the last ones to know? It's like a broke person calling another broke person broke. It's like, hey, oh, okay. Well, anyway, so yeah, they don't really go into that, and I don't want to click on the video because I don't really know about their stuff. All right, let's see what Lori Harvey got going on real quick before we get up out of here. Oh Lori, wherefore art thou, Lori? Hey, Lori. Okay, she's adorable. She looks cute. She always looks clean. You get what I'm saying? Skin flawless, hair on point, eyes are real, natural. Someone said she had a mini BBL. I don't think that that's true. I read that somewhere on TikTok when they was talking about like mini BBLs and stuff. And then I see girls who it is somewhat obvious, not obvious in the sense where it's like, oh my God, you got a BBL, but they were stick figures, and then they had, but it looks cute because you can't really tell. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't even know if they didn't have, this whole body shaming thing. Like, come on now. I see she went from like a size 5 to a 15. Then you like, damn. But she go from a 5 to like a real curvy 7, a 8. You get what I'm saying? And it fits and it's cute and it look natural as hell. But anyway, she looks fabulous though. I mean, listen, let me tell you something. Ain't nobody doing it like her. She makes them sign them NDAs, honey. The boys is not playing with the girl, and the girl is not playing with the boys. You hear me? So yeah. So anyway, so I really do appreciate you guys tuning in. But yeah, I've been on here for about 34 minutes and 40 seconds. So I gotta go. Oh, yeah, I know.